Hi there, Lloyd Machedo speaking to you from LloydMachedo.com. Who is Lloyd Machedo and Think Personal Branding? All right, I have updates for you from Dubai, UAE, and the Middle East. For those of you who are new to the channel, please check the timestamp which is mentioned in the description box below. Different topics, different timestamps, and if you want to fast the video to go slightly fast so you can hear more in less time, there is a YouTube option. So let me give you the summary of what is there today. I'll be sharing with you updates from Sri Lanka, then UAE updates on the business economy that is there. Then you have news that is not published in the Middle East, media papers. You have lots of readers who have written to me, and I'll be sharing their bits with you. And then last but not the least, the funny tidbits that people put in terms of comments or WhatsApp messages. So let's quickly move in. First is the UAE market updates. Okay. In the last 2 weeks, 14 people got confirmed jobs. 14 people, various jobs, nothing specific. And 3, I'm still waiting for their confirmations because I told them, unless you get the letter, unless you start working there, you're not actually confirmed. Out of all the clients, 2 had to go back this month. They tried, even if they got interviews, it was not up to the mark. Around 52 or 53 people, because I was deleting names and numbers, I blocked them because they kept asking me for free, help me for free, give me advice for free, kept pestering me, so you just get blocked. Apart from that, the rich guys, I have a couple of friends who are really very rich. They are very well-to-do. Their turnover is almost like above, let's say 20 million, 30 million, 40 million. So these are the rich guys. So one of them said that business is actually improving. So he told me business is improving. When I asked him specifically, how is business improving? He said that now business inquiries are coming in, and when they check the inquiries, they are legit, contracts. So one of them said from after January things had slowed down. Feb slightly picked up, but March it started picking up, and now he's getting plenty of inquiries. So one of them said business is improving in the UAE. He has not got any confirmed contracts, but he's getting plenty of inquiries, which is much better than not getting any. Another one friend of mine who's a millionaire, he had left the UAE and he said goodbye, bye-bye. But after, I think, 14 months or 15 months, he is back in Dubai and he started up with a new registration, new company, same old business that he's doing. I don't want to mention the details, but he said that he feels that Dubai is the best place for him to do business because he has been doing business for, 30 plus years. Another millionaire friend of mine, he purchased a couple of villas totaling up to 180 million dirhams. But he said that now the value is less than 130 million. So 180 million was before, 130 million is the value right now. He's saying he's finding it pretty hard to get buyers. Another business friend of mine is not very rich, but he's rich enough. He said that he purchased a villa, down payment cash. He has one villa where he stays. He purchased another villa, down payment cash. And now he's saying that he regrets doing this because he's not able to get full cash, the amount that he spent. He's not able to make a profit, but he's actually, the only amount of money that he's making is a loss. He gave me rough figures, around 4 million, and it seems that he's not even getting 3 million for it. Then I had an Indian guy who, retired. He has decided to retire in UAE. He's pretty well off. When I asked him why doesn't he want to retire in India, being an Indian passport holder, he said in Dubai, nobody's asking him where does he get his cash from. And in India, if he goes there, he has to pay tax. So he prefers to stay in Dubai where there is no questions where he got his money from. Another guy, I know him for a couple of years. He has been working in this company for 31 years. And it seems that he was asked to resign. Even though he knew the owner for so many years, when he went to the owner and said, "You're kicking me out now, at the twilight of my career." So he said that he didn't work for free. He said, "I paid you a salary. You didn't work for free. So today we need to move on because I need to cut down on my expenses." So what you're saying is the loyalty that he had for 31 years was not considered. So, I told him the same thing. You worked every month. You got paid every month. You didn't work for free. If you worked extra hours, if you worked, let's say, 7 days a week, that is what you did. Nobody forced you for it. So I don't see anything wrong in what the CEO or the business owner did. He has to be loyal to his company. This guy feels bad because he was excessively loyal to the organization. Like I always tell you, work hard on yourself more than you work hard for your job or your company, because as your value goes up, as your ability to deliver value, so does your salary. But if you keep adding value to the company value goes up, not yours. I received this email. Long story short, the guy left the Middle East and went down to Canada, but things are not working out. He said that the only jobs that he got were odd jobs, or he was getting small salaries or small job. He doesn't want to start his career all over again. He's come back to the Middle East. Then one young chap, he just shared with me with screenshots that he actually made 50,000 dirhams in the last 3 months buying and selling online. So what he has been doing is, people who are leaving the UAE in a hurry, he purchases whatever they're selling, fridge, microwave, household items, and he bargains with them when they're selling. And this, he sells it online through various forms, WhatsApp groups, Facebook groups, and even online websites. And he made around 50,000 dirhams profit. Okay, he has been doing, but only thing is, he has been working on this for 12 to 16 hours a day. So he's making money online. I'm sharing this idea with you. Maybe you can also make some money online. Another one is, the husband works for the government. I don't want to give details, but the wife is doing Facebook group selling. So what she has done is, she has connected with all housewives who are like her, who are friends, relatives, and they have added people. And she's buying things from India and she's selling it to, within her community. It seems that she's buying in Indian rupees. She has suppliers in India who are giving her at cost price. So it can be dresses, it can be shoes, it can be Indian-based items. Only thing which she told me is, she's doing this hush-hush. So that is why, obviously, I don't want to give you many details. But she's making good amount of money. She said that she's very happy. Husband is also very happy. She's making quite a sum. When I asked her specifically how much, she refused to give me the details. But she said that she's making as much as her husband is making. So that's like, wow. She has also learned how to put Facebook ads, and she's doing good business. Only thing is, she's doing hush-hush. So she doesn't have a trade license. So she doesn't have to spend for, let's say, a shop. She doesn't have to spend for staff. But the only thing which she told me is, she's doing this literally for 12 hours a day. It's like she's just obsessed about it. So I wish her all the best. Another one is a guy who had moved to Qatar. He said that Qatar is not as rosy as expected. There are quite a number of problems which are going on in terms of salaries being given on time. In fact, he shared with me, one of the local guys shared with me screenshots of violence that has taken place by expatriates. They have smashed a couple of buses, it seemed, because they didn't receive their salaries on time. So one of them said Qatar is not as rosy as expected. Another gentleman who did get in touch with me 8 months ago, I made his resume, everything else. He has been trying hard to get a job in logistics, and he has a particular salary in mind. He has a particular position in mind. The drawback that he has is, he doesn't have UAE experience. He doesn't have a driver's license. So he has been looking out for a job for 8 months, and he has not yet got a job. And he just got in touch with me. He told me, "Oh, do you still have contacts?" I told him that, you don't have a license, you don't have experience, nobody's going to give you a high salary. And he wants a high salary. He doesn't want a low salary. So that's another one. Then Omani business trader, who's actually an Indian, he said that business is becoming very hard in Oman. He's finding it very hard to sustain and survive, especially with government regulations changing, and now they are forcing them to have Omanis. Another one, this was an interesting story that I received yesterday. He has asked me not to mention the details, but an online company based in Dubai, he had applied for the job. By mistake, he had checked the box that he was a UK citizen. So instead of putting Asian, he put UK citizen. So it seems he went for the interview. He went through the first round, the second round, third round. On his CV, he has not mentioned where is he from. He's actually an Indian passport holder. So it seems that after he went through the interview, everything was fine. And this guy is like born and raised in UAE. it seems that the owner was full of praises for him, and not owner, sorry, the senior most guy, full of praises for him. He applauded him. He told him, "You're fantastic. You know so much about Facebook marketing, SEO, Google search, e-commerce, everything else." So he was really very happy, and they confirmed the job. And then finally, last, after going through all the interviews, 4 interviews, when the confirmation came, so he asked him, "Where in UK are you from?" So he told him, "I'm not from UK." So he said, "Sorry, but it's mentioned on your CV." He said, "It's not mentioned anywhere." He showed him his CV. He said, "No, but when you asked through that agency, I don't want to give the name because of, evidence. Whatever I say, evidence has to be there. He had registered through this agency." So he said that, "I'm from India." So he said, wait a minute. Aren't you from UK?" So then he asked him point blank, "What difference does it make whether I'm from India or whether I'm from the UK or whether I'm from Africa? You want a person to have the skills for this job. I have the skills for this job. You asked me technical questions. You made me go through a technical interview. You put me through 4 to 5 rounds of interviews. Everything was fine. Now you're asking me if I'm a UK citizen. What difference does it make whether I'm UK, African, Pakistani, Bangladesh?" So he said, no. We're targeting the UK markets. He's saying SEO or Facebook ads don't ask you, "Excuse me, are you a UK passport holder? Show me a UK passport. Then only we'll put the ads." So in the end, he said that they said that he'll get back to him. Imagine, before it was confirmed, the job was confirmed, he had the contract, but then they took back the contract and said, "No, we'll get back to you." And in the end, nothing happened. So he just shared this incident with me, and I find it so disgusting that they still evaluate a person based on what does a nationality have to do? If you are a UK passport holder, so what? Does that mean you're great? You're wow? End of the day, you have to know the technical aspect. You have to know the business side of things. I found this really retarded, and he showed me the emails. He showed me evidence. So, and I know this guy, so I know that he's not bullshitting. So I'm telling you, this is so sick that it's happening in the UAE even today. Okay, it's really sick. Another guy who has an import-export business in 4 countries in the Middle East. He doesn't want to give the details. He said that his business has come down 70% ever since the blockade took place, and they are literally planning to shut down because they cannot sustain and survive. And another guy has told me that Chinese people are coming more, and there's a lot of openings in the Chinese markets, and a lot of Chinese people are actually having the money. So I was pretty surprised with that. And he said, "Why do you think Sheikh Mohammed is going to meet the Chinese delegation?" In fact, he was right, because even in Thailand now, they have seen an influx of more Chinese tourists, and people who are buying properties are no more people from the West. They're actually people from China. So you could see China is actually having more power with their capacity. And the scary part is it's only maybe 7 to 8% who actually have passports to travel. So you can imagine if tomorrow, let's say 20%, 30%, or 50%, suddenly they decide to move out, what is going to happen? So it's pretty scary. Moving on next, in terms of Sri Lanka, if you know, I put up the previous video where I said, please support Sri Lanka. Now, I received a lot of thanks from a lot of Sri Lankans who saw the video. I also got a couple of Sri Lankans who got in touch with me, and I put them in touch with the right people. And like I told you, I did help people I know. If I know someone personally, well, I help them. But I got this guy who sent me this message, and this is a screenshot. I've censored his name. He says that I'm a fan of yours, but from now I think, sorry to say this, you never talk about Sri Lankans' problems. More than 300 people die. You only focus in Dubai. Do you know how many Sri Lankans watch your video? I'm one of them. It's okay, no problem. I'm your fan. But what I feel is you can take a drop. God be with you. See, here's the thing. Okay, I'll tell you more about this guy later. Please don't have expectations, okay? And that is number one. The second thing is, I don't owe you guys anything. Whether it's Sri Lanka, whether it's Africa, whether it's India, I don't owe you guys anything. If you're a fan of mine, if you're watching my videos, you're watching it because you feel you get something of value. You don't watch it to look after me. You don't watch it to look after my wife and my child. So I don't fucking owe you anything. So stop, making it sound like I owe you something. Okay, that's the first thing. The second part is, I asked this guy, what are you talking, man? I put a bloody video. I said, support Sri Lanka, and I'm helping 2 or 3 Sri Lankans. I can't help the whole country. I'm helping 2 or 3 people by giving them money. Okay? But I'm not going to start helping people I don't know. Anyone can claim I'm from Sri Lanka. Anyone can claim I'm poor, help me. No, I'm sorry. I even without this incident, I get every single day people asking me tons of money. Okay? I'm sorry, I don't do that. I help people only who I know. So when I asked this guy, so I showed him the video. I showed him the video link. I said, did you see this video? Then why the fuck are you talking? Then he said, oh, I'm sorry. And then he told me that his brother's son died in the accident. And I told him, I'm really sorry about this. Okay, I'm really sorry that you have to go through all this pain. But having said that, you can't go around, meeting random people who don't know you and say, you are a bad person because you didn't help me. No, that kind of entitlement is fucking wrong. And I told him, listen, on one hand, I share that pain and I feel it and I know it's immense. But on the other hand, stop fucking acting like a brainless fucking idiot and meeting random people who have money and saying that you should help me because I'm going through pain. Fuck off, man. That's where you act like a fucking retarded, It's like, okay, then there are people dying in Syria. There are people dying in Iraq. What the fuck have you done for people in Iraq and Syria? You didn't do anything. You're only crying because now tragedy has struck you. That's why you're crying. Did you bother to help them? So if you then you'll say, no, but I have enough and more problems. Then everyone has fucking problems. Stop being like a brainless jackass. Okay? Moving on. Now, the next one is the news from around the world. If you actually pay attention to what is happening in Sri Lanka, the thing that baffles me the most is, number one is it's so disgusting, the Indian media. It's like the minute the bombings took place, India started to, just smear, Muslims and Islam and all that. Yes, they found out later on that these extremist groups follow Islam. They are believers of Islam and they interpret Islam in whichever way they like. And some people were saying that they are taking revenge for the murders that took place in New Zealand. Some people are saying that this is to, to further their cause, whatever. But the thing that baffled me the most was these are well-educated Sri Lankans who studied in the UK, who have an education, and who are very well off. For me, it's really scary to know that people who are well off, who are rich, even they get brainwashed and it's like, I don't know what's the right word, sensitized or whatever, you no longer feel anything. I just feel there's a lot of aspects of the story we do not know, but it's really shocking. It's really shocking. And it's so sad. It's really so sad. In fact, one of the most scary things that I saw, which really, really disturbed me, is if you watch that video of that Sri Lankan guy who moves around, the bomber went to the church, you'll see him passing by small children. You'll see him patting small children and, very gently moving a child. I mean, you see children and you still prefer to harm these families, the innocent people. Why? Why innocent people? For me, it's terrible. It's one is the fucking disgusting media that is trying to capitalize on eyeballs. And second one is fake news, which I cannot stand. Indian media is very good at that. And the even more disgusting thing is the, killing innocent children. So I just was very disturbed, and that's my thoughts. Like I always said, please, instead of putting on Facebook thoughts and prayers to Sri Lanka or sending prayers your way, that all is fuck all. If you really want to do something for Sri Lanka, find out a friend, find out somebody who you know, and someone who you know, and either help that person with a little bit of money, $1, $5, or $10, something that you'd spend for a coffee or a burger, give it to them. Anything helps. Or if he doesn't want, ask him, do you know somebody who's poor, whom I will give you the money, just give it to them. That makes so much more difference. Or a hospital where they are helping these people for free. Just donate, let's say 10 dirhams, $5. I'm sure that, you would spend that to buy an ice cream or a popcorn. So just give that. So if you want, there's no force, but that's what I would say. Okay, next one is, this is a news that comes from loblog.com, very deep website. It says that UAE's crusade is against regional democracy, whereby this article, which is very detailed, it speaks about UAE interfering in other Arab states to ensure that democracy doesn't spread. My opinion is rather different here. I'm not going to criticize UAE for doing that. I just believe that some countries, democracy doesn't work. Like, for example, Iraq was better off under Saddam Hussein. Today, Iraq is a mess. Syria was better off what it was. Egypt was better off how it was. When United States interferes in all these countries, they just make a fucking mess. Whether it's Syria, whether it's Iraq, whether it's Vietnam, wherever United States has interfered, they don't do it out of genuine intention to change the world, to make it a better place. They're doing it for their hidden agendas, for oil. Everyone knows this. And that is why today the world has lost respect for United States. I absolutely find United States politics disgusting. I hate all of it. They have this theory that even if you check one of the videos on YouTube, which is, I think the title of the video is why people who are in the army, the American flag is put reverse. And if you see this video, the arrogance that this guy has who speaks, he says, because when you look at it or any reflection, it shouldn't show that Americans are withdrawing. It should show Americans are moving forward. In fact, in the Olympics, this is what he said, in the Olympics, United States is the only country that doesn't bow its flag in respect to the host country. All other countries do it except US. I hate this kind of superiority attitude that Americans have. And I believe that strongly that this is what will destroy America's leadership position, which they're actually misusing. Everyone knows, whether it's September 9/11, whether it's Iraq, whether it's what it's doing in Iran, what it's doing with Venezuela, what it's doing everywhere. Everyone knows this. So speaking about UAE, I think UAE is fine having monarchs. They don't need this democracy because I believe the minute you bring in democracy, it's going to ruin everything. I think UAE's leadership is good enough, especially under Sheikh Mohammed. That is for Dubai. But anyway, let's see how it moves. You're free to give me your views because I just believe that democracy, like in India, see what a mess. Absolute mess. You have Modi versus Rahul. I mean, you just think out of the entire country of such educated minds, Modi and Rahul is the best we can get, the best two. So anyway, next one. This one was on April 18th. It seems that Dubai Amusement Water Park is slashing prices for and making it 1 dirham. So you can visit with your family water amusement parks just for 1 dirham. Before it was 99 dirhams or 100 dirhams and 125 if you purchase at the gate. But now they are making it 1 dirham throughout the month of May. I just look at it as this is not proof that UAE is getting destroyed. It is just, it's just smart business tactics to make people at least come. It's better to have somebody than nobody. So, for me, this is just business. Next one is Sheikh Mohammed's surprise visit. That is, he visits Emirates Post and he finds that the service is very poor. Sheikh Mohammed actually did this in August of 29th, 2016. This is not the first time he did it. In August 29th, 2016, he visited the government offices, and this was a major news. It went absolutely viral because when he went and visited these offices, he just found nobody there. And these were very senior people. And following that, he made sure that he took action and made sure that these people were asked to retire and new people were brought in. So I admire Sheikh Mohammed's initiative to always make sure that quality and great service. In fact, when I'd gone to, when I checked the driver's license, or when I went to get the no objection in Dubai, the service was really very fast. Even though it was empty, it was very, very fast. So nothing but respect for Sheikh Mohammed and the high degree of service quality focus that he has. This is why I genuinely respect Sheikh Mohammed, and I genuinely think that Dubai always stands out in certain ways. So, you have to give credit where credit is due. Next one is, this one is Alabbar interview about Emaar in Dubai. What he says is Emaar was built to handle quiet days in the Dubai property market. He says that cities like Dubai will not disappear because of the challenges, but companies have to work harder and smarter. My opinion is Abrar has to say this because, people are looking, when Dubai was booming, he was talking leadership and vision. And now he's saying that Emaar is built to handle quiet days. I personally feel that Emaar is not, all companies are built to make money in the good days, and during bad days, sustain and survive. However, there's no guarantee or assurance. So there is no such thing as Emaar was built to handle quiet days. He's just saying this because he represents Emaar, and this is his reputation on the line. So, and he was comparing, in the article, if you actually see, he was comparing UAE to London. He's saying, do you think the city of London will disappear because of Brexit issues? My answer to this is, Dubai is not London. Dubai's government is not London's parliament. London operates with different set of laws. They have human rights. They have a well set up system that is, hundreds of years ago. UK literally ruled the world. Dubai is just 40, 50 years old. You can't compare Dubai to London. I'm sorry. It just doesn't work that way. So what he says in the end, you take care of your brand, I'll take care of my brand. Absolutely. That is what I totally agree. And I think that instead of, still trying to hype up and fool people, which nobody's falling for, I think Emaar needs to stop being hyped up, be realistic, and I think they just need to come down to reality because they were enjoying the boom period. Now nobody's falling for it. Okay. Next one is Scull fires its CEO, CFO, and legal officer. Chief Executive Officer Tawfiq Abu Sood, Chief Financial Officer Khalid Jarar, and Chief Legal Officer Mohammed Ghanem. So it seems that these three were fired. Why the shakeup? Because they lost 498 million 3 months ago. And 3 months before that, they lost 181 million. So the losses are just increasing. Scull fired because they're looking for new leadership. But I think it's way too late. I don't think Scull is going to survive. I remember the days when Scull was such a powerful name, such a powerful brand, because I was there in Dubai for 40 years. Those days are gone. And Scull eventually is going to shut down. It's a matter of time. They're going to shut down. They're just bleeding. It's impossible. There's no leadership. There's no big name that can save a bleeding company. It's just hemorrhaging too much. You'll see this happen. So the next news that is by Khaleej Times says that Dubai has attracted more than 1,000 millionaires. Okay, and they have compared it to cities like Los Angeles, Melbourne, Miami, New York, San Francisco, Sydney. And out of all of them, Dubai has attracted 1,000 millionaires. And I also checked IOL.co.za business report. It says that Australia was one of the top countries that had HNWI, that is high net worth individuals, inflows in 2018. Okay. Now it is, Australia, US, Canada, UAE, Caribbean, New Zealand, Singapore, Israel, Portugal, Greece, Monaco, Malta, Mauritius, Latvia, and Hong Kong. Okay, in 2018. So it seems that Dubai, Los Angeles, Miami, New York, and San Francisco are at the top. According to this report, it says that wealth migration figures are an important gauge of the economy. For example, if a country loses a lot of those high net worth wealthy individuals due to migration or, let's say, lack of business opportunities, religious problems, or crime, or government suddenly changes their policy, it can really destroy the country. So what they want to do is focus on attracting these people there. And how UAE does that, how Dubai does that is they say, just bring in your money. We're going to close our eyes. We're not going to ask you where you bought the money from. What business do you have back home? You can have whatever business you want to do, whatever. You just bring in that money, make it white, open a hypermarket, open a medical center, open an exchange, whatever. Just do your thing quietly, make it legal. You're happy, we're happy. Invest in some property. So that is what people are doing. And that is why many millionaires come. However, the only thing is millionaires are there in UAE, but they're not investing like how they did in 2000, like 2005 or 2001, during the boom period. Today, they're doing it very cautiously, especially with 2020 coming, because they are slightly frightened. Yes, a lot of these reports are, 192 countries have already signed up and all that. But I would just tell you, you don't believe me, you don't believe the reports, go to the construction sites and see what is happening. That is what I want you to do. Okay? The next one is April 19th. This guy, it is Kentucky.com. It seems that a human rights activist, advocate Samuel Marcoson, asked the commission to ban Sheikh Mohammed from involvement in any race horsing. Horse racing. Horse racing because of what he did with Princess Latifah. But however, the Kentucky Horse Racing Commission rejected the request, obviously, because Sheikh Mohammed has the money. Princess Latifah is his private family matter. So Samuel can keep his human rights advocacy and beliefs to himself. Sometimes I feel they are so fucking stupid. Yeah. What? Mind your own fucking business. Next one is Khaleej Times says that it lays the foundation for the first Hindu temple on April 20th, which is good for the Hindus. They'll get a place to pray. UAE is trying to market itself. Yay, we year of tolerance, which is kind of good. However, I would just say that UAE, is marketing itself as tolerant, while India, United States, New Zealand, France, Germany, they have been tolerant with Hindus, they have been tolerant with Christians, they have been tolerant with Muslims. They're giving a lot more freedom than the Middle East countries. So you're not doing any favor. You're just trying to match up to the standards of tolerance that other countries have. Okay, so, year of tolerance, it's just 1 year. We need to see what is next. In fact, if you want to check tolerance, the next news will question the tolerance that UAE has. A guy who changed the date of a parking ticket, changing the date from March 3rd, he made it March 5th. 2 dirhams. Just 2 dirhams, hardly less than 50 cents or something. So he is going to be jailed for 3 months and he's going to be deported back to his country because he's a Bangladeshi passport holder. I don't know if they would do this with the British, but he's going to be deported. So on one hand, you say tolerance. I mean, for a 2 dirham ticket, he didn't do drug dealing. He didn't smuggle $200,000. He didn't get into prostitution, which is there rampant. Drugs are there. So many other problems. Just had a ticket for 2 dirhams, man. So you jail him for 3 months and deport him? What fucking tolerance? I don't understand. Okay, the next one is from National Paper. Now this one, I want you to give me your opinion, okay? Because it says here, UAE government raises the teacher's salary by 10 times. So the Ministry of Education is offering 16,000 dirhams to get teachers from India. In India, to give you an idea, in India, let's say a teacher who's starting her career gets 400 to 500 dirhams. 400 to 500 dirhams. When you're experienced and you reach a high level, or you have a PhD or whatever in the government, you get 2,000 to 4,000 dirhams. So from 400 dirhams, you will go to 4,000 dirhams. But UAE is saying not 400, not 4,000. We will give you 16,000 to 20,000 to 25,000. It just goes like 10 times. Now, I spoke to a couple of British, American, and foreign, teachers who are foreigners. I asked them what's going on. They said, Lloyd, the salaries that they're offering these teachers for 16,000, what they were offering is double. They were offering 30 to 35,000. They're offering the same job position for 16,000. That's number one. Second one is that is only the salary. Second one is they were offering us a salary of 30,000. Okay, 15 to 30,000 plus housing. Housing is very expensive, plus medical, plus benefits for children, plus all the other bonuses that come. So this was the package that they were offering us. Now they've decided we'll get teachers from India who will not offer any of the benefits, but will offer them half the salary. Okay. So I said, it still must be good, I don't see anything wrong, because if you actually look at it, they're still getting 10 times more what they would get in India. Then this is where they said, Lloyd, you have no idea how it is to manage Emirati children in the government, or children who are related to the Sheikhs. You cannot shout at them. You cannot tell them what to do. You cannot raise your voice against them. And if they get angry, or if they complain about you, you will be suspended. You will be thrown out of the job. In fact, any child can make a complaint against you without evidence, and you are in serious trouble. Now, this is what was told to me. You don't have to believe me. You can say, oh, lawyer, you're just bullshitting. If you want, what people have told me, who are actually teachers, professors from UK, from London, from USA, who have been in UAE for 30, 40 years, this is what they said. Okay, and now they are not working anymore. What I personally look at it as, okay, if you're from India, you're getting 400 and now you're going to get 16,000. Hats off to you, go ahead. If I was you, I would say, I don't care. You can treat me like shit, you can give me bad words. I'm getting 20 times, 30 times the salary, what the hell? I will join my hands and do it. I'm just thinking, imagine a teacher who gets 400 dirhams. Imagine she doesn't even have money for a deodorant. She just wears a sari. She stays in a small hut-like villa, hut-like apartment, 400 dirhams. You hardly can manage. You go by rickshaw, you're sweating, and you follow those standards. Remove your books, and you have 100 children in a class. Because in India, I was in a class where, when I went during the Gulf War, there were 80. I was studying in St. Xavier's boys' school. There were, I think, seven classes in 8th standard, 7 classes. Each class had 80 to 90 children. That was huge. 80 to 90 kids in a class. Okay. Mine, I think there were some 70, and you were like huddled together. So one teacher, 70. So these kind of teachers who wear saris, they don't put deodorant. I'm not trying to put them down. I'm just giving facts. Who go in rickshaw, buses, they hardly have money. They eat, hardly from the road, in order to cut expenses. So this teacher is suddenly going to go to this premium school where all the teachers drive a Lexus and, they have breakfast, which is Starbucks, which is like 200 dirhams. It's 100 dirhams worth of breakfast. All the best. I would just say that this is absolutely a big mistake, both from the strategy that UAE is doing, and they're doing quality teachers, and you're giving someone 10 times the salary. I mean, use your brains. But anyway, if you're a teacher and you're getting this kind of money, I've told you what are the drawbacks. Go ahead and take it if you want to make money. Okay? If I were you, if I was in your place and someone's offering me 10 times or 20 times the salary, I would leave everything if I was an employee mentality. But given the person that I am, anyone gives me 10 times more, I'll be like suspicious. I'll be, there's something fishy here, man. There's something fishy. Remember, if something is too good to be true, it always is. I got this email from, in fact, if you can enlighten me on this, please feel free. Because many people had got in touch with me before, and I myself thought it was a scam. So this gentleman, I will not share with you his name, he said, Loy, more signs of lost revenue. The article claims to give pay rises of 16,000 per month to attract top teachers. It said that the old rate was 12,500. This is partially true. The old salary was 12,500 to 21,000 plus 8,300 housing plus annual flight, which was approximately 10,000. And also there were Western teachers who presumably were laid off to hire 3,000 Indian teachers. So the total number of teachers in the UAE government with English, Maths or Science is somewhere 3 to 4K. Okay? These teachers from India have already started to show up to the schools right here, but right now it's only 15%, 10 to 15%. So this is what one guy said. Another gentleman, professor, very senior, he has sent me his thoughts, but he told me, please don't show the email. I said, okay, fine. Next one is, someone asked me, Lloyd, what are your thoughts on, these females? He showed me 2 photographs, which, because of YouTube's policies, I don't want to show. But these 2 females, they're wearing a thong. They're wearing a thong where maybe they went for swimming. You know, the swimsuits where it's very thin. And it's just covering their nipples, and it's, it's like so thin you can see their butt cheeks. However, this photograph, I think one was photographed in Thailand. The other one, I'm not able to figure out where, but either Vietnam or Bali, where she is passing by a temple and there are a couple of monks. So the reader asked me, Loy, how can women complain about rape when this is how they dress up? Now, on one hand, I just believe rape is wrong. Okay? Let's be on the same page. Rape is wrong. Forcing a woman to have sex is wrong. Like, even if I see a woman naked, I'm not going to rape. Okay? So, majority of the population, they're decent people. Okay? Till there we agree. However, when you have instances where, like for example, there was this news in Thailand where this 21-year-old girl, let me see if I can get the article. If I get, I'll put it. This 21-year-old girl, it seems she's French. She went for, these booze parties, these full moon parties that they have, full night. You'll do nothing but drink and get drunk. They literally have a bucket filled with all kinds of alcohol, and they put drugs and everything, and you have to drink and fall down dead, wasted, not dead. Okay, so this 21-year-old girl, it seems she came with her friends, but she went to the party and then she got lost, totally pissed drunk, and she has gone to a third world country, okay, from being in France where people know her, or Germany, or wherever. Let's assume, she goes to a total strange country where nobody knows her and she doesn't know anyone. And there also she goes to a party where everyone's drunk, doing drugs, or getting drunk or doing illegal stuff. Okay? And there she wears skimpy clothes and she wants to enjoy and all that. After she gets so drunk that she doesn't even know where she is, what she's doing, nothing, where she's out of her senses, she falls down, and anyway, she's half naked with her, those clothes, they just cover their nipples or what are the panties that they wear. It seems one guy saw her lying naked. He also maybe was drunk. He tore off her panties, tore off clothes, and had sex with her. Morning when she woke up, maybe she realized, oh, someone tore my clothes off. Oh, okay. Then she complained to the police. Now, my question to you is, who do you blame in this? Who do you blame? Do you blame the girl for getting drunk? Do you blame the guy that he is pissed drunk? He is in this party. Who do you blame? I mean, so just because men are supposed to behave themselves, does it mean that you roam around naked? Like in all these Western countries, you have free the nipple movement, show the nipple to everyone. Fine. It anyway looks ugly. Okay, dangling flesh. I don't find it, I don't. For me, it's normal anatomy. I see it as when my mother breastfeeds, my wife breastfeeds my baby. For me, it's a normal thing. It's not like, wow, I don't do all that, okay? I can see a mother feeding a child. I can see a woman naked. Like, a doctor sees a woman naked every single day. He doesn't get, vagina, oh. No, nothing like that. So, we treat them as human beings with respect. But then, you need to ask yourself, where is it that you're going? Are you going to these drunkard parties? Are you going to where they serve alcohol, unlimited booze with people who are coming there to get drunk or get laid with drugs? What environment are you going? And here's another question. If you females are so decent, as you call it, please explain to me, you going to a Buddhist country or you going to a country that is where people are respectful, dressed up completely, and you're going showing your thong, your ass, you're just covering your nipples and half naked because it's the sun. Okay, there's a beach. There's a beach to do that. But you don't come out on the streets. You don't pass by a temple. That is so wrong. And then you expect men don't know how to behave themselves. Oh, why is he staring at me? Why are you showing? Why are you showing? You're showing for what? You're showing because you want some. If nobody could see, here's one thing. If nobody could see, would you wear those attractive clothes? If nobody could see, let's assume you're sitting in a room. Nobody is going to come there. Are you going to do your hair every single day for the next 10 years and look hot and pose for what? The trees? So I always tell people it takes two hands to clap. Two hands. Okay? Yes, I totally agree with you that there are some countries where even if a woman is completely covered, men still misbehave. Like in India. Okay? In India. Because I'm an Indian passport holder, I'll say for India. Where you can be completely dressed up and you'll still get men who behave like bastards who, seriously, I just wish their balls would be chopped off. Okay? They deserve that. In fact, if you see the rape case, I think the nearby rape case in India, the guy who raped that girl, they put iron rods inside her vagina and just removed her intestines out. They raped her to the point of death. He said that I was teaching her a lesson. Such bastards need to get their balls castrated. They need to cut off their balls and leave them in society. Name and shame them. That's what I believe is the best one. Don't kill them. That's the easy way out. Chop off their balls and leave them in society. Then we'll see how much of men they are. And then you have the sad stories of what is happening in Pakistan and Afghanistan, where they literally, if a guy approaches a girl, the girl says no, he pours acid on her face, which is, I can't imagine what the poor girl is going through. So I stand by these women. But at the same time, there are other women who just go to the fucking extreme where, feminism. Okay, let me show my underarm hair here. Oh, my vagina has hair. Oh, look. Okay. I'm getting periods. Oh, it's natural. Look at my periods. My clothes are wet with blood. There's common sense, and then there is these idiots. Oh, I'm a transgender man, a female, who decided to become a man by chopping her breasts off, by stitching a penis. Okay? I'm not a woman now. I'm a man. I'm a trans man. So you shouldn't call me she. You should call me a he. So we have these people who are mentally sick, but we are giving them so many privileges for being mentally sick. There are these diseases, that mental problems people have, where they chop off their hands, There's this, I can't get the name. They chop off their hands or they chop off their legs. There's one where this lady, actually Barcroft TV, I think, or Vice, where the lady poured acid inside her eyes because she felt fulfilled being blind. They have done this. There are psychos who do this. So this is a mental disease, but we are giving importance to mental disease. And there are retards. There are absolute retards out there who believe, oh, I can have sex with my dog, or I can have sex with 6 men and it's normal. It's your normal. You keep your normal for yourself. Okay, as long as you stay away. But where you're involved in society, please follow the norms. If I'm in a Muslim country, I'll respect their culture and I'll follow the rules of the land. If I go to a temple, I'll behave the way I'm supposed to behave because I'm going to someone else's house. Go to a church, I behave in that way. Dressing up in a bikini or with a thong and showing your nipples or free the nipple in the church or in the mosque, this is wrong. This is absolute. You have your set of beliefs. You create a place where you do all your shit there. So these are my views where rape is concerned, where yes, there are men who take advantage, there are men who do wrong, but at the same time, women are not saints, and there are plenty of women out there who falsely accuse innocent men of rape because they felt rejected or because they want to take revenge. So let me know your thoughts on this topic because I would like to hear what you have to say. The next one is, this reader writes, Loy, there was a check bounce. Loy, I saw your video upload of today, that is a couple of days ago. In 2017, my ex-company, an employee, missed 2 payments towards his credit cards because salaries were delayed. His check bounced in Dubai first. He was locked up for 2 days as cops called him from Jebel Ali police station. Second day, the boss went, paid 1,700 dirhams out of outstanding 20,000, and the employee was released. Very, very surprised that this happened. So, remember what I told you, when you're in a foreign country, you can't help it. This is a gentleman who sent me this article. It's 1mileatatime.com. It says, last year I reviewed St. Regis Dubai Polo Club. This hotel was shortly changed and rebranded into Al Habtoor Polo Resort Club. In 2017, I went to W Dubai Al Habtoor City, which was then rebranded to V, from W to V Hotel Dubai. In 2017, I went to Regis Dubai Al Habtoor City, which was then renamed as Habtoor Palace. Then he said, I initially booked Dubai Grand Abu Dhabi, but this hotel closed down and ran out of money and I had to find someone else to stay. Then I was intrigued by Yas Hotel, which belongs to Marriott. This used to be an autograph collection property, but now is rebranded as W in the coming months. So what he's trying to say is, why are hotels being closed down? Why are they being renamed in UAE if UAE is doing well? And then he also gave me a link whereby he's talking about the service of Dubai-based property on the Palm and the service that he had there. I want you to read it because he actually gives in detail. I'll put the link below in the description box as to how the service was and what are the problems, the smell. He had so many issues, so read it. Next one is, this is a gentleman who works with Emirates Post. He said, Dear Loy, I don't know if I can get his letter, but this is what he said. Dear Loy, hope you're doing well. God bless you. Always check your channel for useful info you provide, and it's really helpful. I wanted to share a useful update. Many staff, unfortunately, are being laid off by Emirates Post Group. I think it's Postal. I've been working in Emirates Post Group since 10 years as, I don't want to mention his position because just for his safety, as whatever in this department. My expat colleague was given a termination due to restructuring. We were all given 6 months due to alternate. Since the company has many projects and they have been collapsing, they were hiring Western management, providing them with lucrative salaries, and thus the budget got affected, and now lower management are being laid off. I was about to take a personal loan. When I saw your channel, I decided not to. All government departments are collapsing and they are shedding employees. Thank you for your valuable updates. Please don't share my name. Okay, so this is what he has said. The next one which I wanted to share with you is this female. Okay, Now, you need to understand, plenty of people send me messages, plenty of people send me emails. This female, out of the blue, just sends me a voice recording where in that she says, Loy, you don't believe in God, right? Let me prove it to you, God exists. And in that she says, Loy, how do animals survive? So her theory, she's a Christian, Christian. So how does a Christian God exist? Let me give you proof. And the proof is, how do animals survive? How did the shutdown take place in the US? How are things happening in the UAE? How did Adam and Eve, apparently they are real, Adam and Eve, and the talking snake, how did they come? How did the magic apple come? You know, the apple that Adam and Eve ate. How is the blueprint of life to sustain on earth? You're born to live, and when you die, what happens? Life is more than that. There are so many other sets, but God shows the way. You can see in everything there is a God. So here's the thing. You say there is no God. What if there is a God? What if? You want proof of God? She tells me, look around. You'll see God everywhere. I looked. God. No God. I don't know. Okay. I listened to, so this is what she said for the next fucking 4 minutes. And what I told her is, this is what I actually told her. I listened to your fucked up, uneducated nonsense for 4 fucking minutes. I couldn't take it anymore. She has put around, I think, how many minutes? She put around, I think, 5 minutes. I told her I can't take fucking anymore. This, what I have is my business fucking number. Please do not fucking send me this rubbish anymore. You'll be blocked and deleted permanently. And then she said, go ahead and block me, but before you block me, it's better I block you and stop listening to your rubbish, gibberish, idiotic advice that you give on YouTube. You're absolutely ignorant and it shows the way you talk. No decent, educated person would behave Beahave and say the things you say. She said she would block me and delete me. She didn't do that. I don't know why. I just deleted her. So, retards. Oh, look at our fucking logic. How animals survive. You want proof that God exists? How animals survive. You want proof God exists? How did the shutdown happen in US? You want proof God exists? What are things happening in UAE? Just listen to the fucking retardation, man. This is, I don't know from where these idiots. You're a housewife, cook chicken masala, serve your husband, watch my YouTube videos, or don't fucking send me advice. Fucking nonsense. Okay, now these are the messages that I've received from my, fans, viewers, whatever you want to call them. So, Safram says, my cousin was backpacking in Sri Lanka. He has been there for a month now. He was fine, but he witnessed the Shangri-La hotel bombing. Horrible shit. So, this is what I got. Then I got Asma Mohsen, who says, every word you say is damn true. This is for the Indian high school. It says uniform, books, shoes, everything is overpriced. Not just that, Indian high school has always been, it concentrates on good students, never gives the equal chance to all the other students. Thank you so much for making this video. Hope the KHDA takes some action. I also got some inside news. It seems, I don't know how far this is true, it seems that the board members are going to take some serious action. Okay, so I have some information, but unless I have evidence, I don't want to say it. But it seems they're going to take some serious action, and I don't want to say more than that. Next one is Leg Reacts, where he asked me, what happens to you when you die? So I just told him the mighty Thor delivers his verdict. So what happens when you die? I don't know. Do you know what happens when you die? You get all these experts. You know what happens when you die? Okay, you tell me what happens. You know? So next one is Honey Funny says, so stop looking for a girl to marry. She'll find you. As long as you put the efforts into yourself that you will put into your relationship with her, you won't have to wait. Is this statement correct? So you sit there and hatch eggs and you expect some beautiful girl from somewhere will find you. All the best. Good for you. Then another person, Isa Al-Azabi. As a person living in Dubai, local, I can say that many things are true and many are not. Well, I agree with you. Like, let's agree to disagree. So, not everything I may say is true. You would have your version. Regarding the crash of Dubai, Dubai is a bold city with visionary leaders. I totally agree with you that Dubai is a bold city and it has visionary leaders. They take risks, but calculated risk. That I don't agree. The Palm Island 123 is not a calculated risk. The waterfront is not a calculated risk. The Al Maktoum International Airport, where they're expecting 200 billion passengers, is not a calculated risk. No, that is rubbish. Okay. That are backed by studies from Expert. No, you're wrong. The housing bubble crash destroyed Dubai. If Dubai had experts where they were right, they wouldn't be in a $20 billion loan. Okay. From decades, people are saying Dubai will crash. Dubai has only a history of 50 years, my friend. What decades? It's only 50 years. And be bankrupt, but always people proved wrong. Dubai today has the highest deficit it has had in the history of UAE. In the history. So you're wrong there. Trust me, Dubai will have bad years, but it'll always come back stronger, richer. This is your assumption that it will come back stronger, richer. With the way that it's going, well, nobody knows. That's all I can tell you. And there's nothing of trust me or trust you. Dubai needs to save itself. Next one. Amira Wakar. Amira Wakar says, you really deserve the hate that the guy made about you. Thank you very much. No wonder why. He was absolutely right about everything. I have no idea what she's talking about. After watching every video of you, so you actually watch every video of me, thank you so much. I realized how hungry you're for views and fame. Fakest. How hungry I am for views. I'm not hungry for views. I'm hungry for money. So if you have some money and you can give me, thank you. Fakest. I don't know. Is fakest a word also? Okay. Anyway. So Amira Wakar, keep watching all the videos. I like it. Okay, next one. Mohammed Nabil. Mohammed Nabil says, ladies and gents, this is how a sore loser looks like. This is how he looks like. Okay. I feel pity for you, bro. Thanks, bro. Okay. I understand it's really messed up if you had to pick up your bags and leave Dubai. That is only if you think Dubai is the whole and soul of everything else. If you think Dubai is God and Dubai is the only place you can survive, then what you're saying is right. For me, whether it's Dubai, China, United States, United Kingdom, Dubai is not everything. There are many other countries in the world. And given the fact that I earn money online, I'm not dependent only on one country. There are many people from US, UK, everyone. Okay. So I think you need to travel a little bit, maybe expand your horizons. Okay. And given your name is Mohammed Nabil, I would say that you have not checked India. India is much more bigger, more powerful than Dubai. Okay. Next one. But you should have taken this opportunity to do something better. Well, I am doing something better. I'm living a carefree life, very happy with my wife, 24 hours a day with my wife and kid, relaxing, earning money online. So, doing well, Mohammed Nabil. And one more thing, Mohammed Nabil, I don't comment on other people's videos. You're commenting on my video. That shows that you have nothing else to do, because if you had something to do, you'd be busy doing it. You are, putting your nose up my ass. In other words, okay. So do something better instead of sitting behind the camera and mocking people. Mocking people. Well, if they are as smart and intelligent as you, obviously I'll mock them. If they do something worthwhile, obviously I'll not mock them. So I hope this answers your question, Mr. Mohammed Nabil. Next one is Interpol takes up a red notice on fugitive Zakir Naik. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the bullshit that he has done. I hope they serve justice. Someone sent me that. Next one was Jaya Paul Samanthamnam. What a big name. Loy, your tattoos make you look hideous. Thank you so very much. Your face makes you look like Brad Pitt. Okay, I hope you look handsome. Next one is, I got this message. I tell you, you have strange people on this planet. So this one says, hi, I just spent a week in Dubai. So you just spent a week in Dubai. Okay. Now we are in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania for one more week before heading back to the UK. Okay. Can you create a video on how to set up a YouTube studio like you and have it in your background? Well, why don't you watch Think Media or YouTube Creators? What software and hardware do you need? You don't even know what software and hardware do you need. There's no software that you need. You just need a fucking laptop with a camera. You don't need a software when you're starting. Take a video, upload it on YouTube. Simple. You don't have that much brains? Okay. What is the cheapest background props? A wall. A fucking wall. Or you can... I used to take videos by walking outside. You don't need a fucking background. I mean, what kind of brains is that? So this guy who sent me this message, then he sends me, I've gathered enough courage to start my own YouTube channel and website from UK. Okay, let me understand this. You don't know how to create a YouTube video. You don't know how to create a background. You don't know what software to use. You don't even know common sense that you have to use a laptop with a camera or an iPhone. You don't know how to upload a video. You don't know how YouTube works. But you're going to start a YouTube channel and website. Okay, fine. Basically, what I know from my experience. So you want to start a consulting business. Okay. I bought a GoPro Hero 7 Black camera from a shop in Dubai. And I'll use this with my iPhone to create videos. Okay. My wife thinks I'm crazy. Not just your wife. I think you're crazy. But after following your adventures on YouTube, I'm going for it. Let me understand this. What I've been doing for 16 years of my life, when I started off, I earned zero. For the next 10 years, I earned zero. It's only the last 6 years I started to earn from zero. I struggled my ass off, paid almost, I think, $500,000 in educating myself online. And today I earn a comfortable amount. So you, without even knowing how to upload a fucking video, without even having created a single video, you're putting all your eggs in one basket and you want to be me. Please spare me. This is a grown-ass man who has a wife and kid. Okay, next one. So this was sent to me by one of the travel agents from India. It seems on 21st February 2019. The Consul General of India has advised people to take adequate medical insurance so as to cover any medical emergencies because of the high cost of treatment in UAE. So please, if anyone is a tourist, please be careful. Next one is this person, Kaylee Crane, was speaking about the miracle in Notre Dame. After all the aftermath and destruction of Notre Dame fire, the altar and the cross remain untouched. So there was a fire in Notre Dame. Only the altar and the cross remain untouched. Please explain to me, you don't believe in God after seeing this. So the cross and the altar, nothing happened. Well, then you have Dan Broadbent who says, because the melting point of gold is 1064 centigrade and wood burns around 600 centigrade. So I guess it's not so much of a miracle. Then another guy wanted to send me that India is very rich, not poor. So he sent me this photograph to show India is rich. Well, looks very rich. I don't know. Why the fuck would he even wear all these chains, which is so fucking heavy? Who would wear all this? I mean, what are you trying to attract someone to just, shoot you and take all this? I don't know. Okay, anyway. Next one is Hussein Naji, who says, look, I'm not a UAE national, not even a GCC national. But honestly speaking, who would believe you with a face like this? Go clean up your face and then talk. I tried cleaning up my face with shampoo, man, doesn't work. You like it or not, Dubai will continue to be a success and they are not relying on oil. I think you need to wake up. I woke up and here's one more thing. If you believe only based on faces, then don't go and meet any serial killer. Don't meet any politician because they have very good faces. The politicians, clean cut faces. Believe them. I'm sure your life will be better. Okay, next one. Fazal Hadi. You're obviously wrong about Dubai. I'm living here since last 3 years. Wow. 3 years. That's great, yeah. Shit. 3 years. I've experienced here. Everyone is good. Dubai locals are very kind. Don't upload this kind of video. All your stories are lie. You're just making video for money. Of course I'm making video for money. What do you think? I'm making video for free? Okay. But 3 years, I hope, Mr. Fazal Hadi, that you make billions. 3 years is such a long time, man. Shit. Okay, next one. Habib Al-Mamari. For details about Islam, please look at Wikipedia. Okay, sir. As you say. Next one. Safwan Naufal. Abusing and beating of women is allowed in Islam as per Quran chapter 4 verse 34. So there is no use complaining. I have no idea. Anyway, this is what you say. Okay. Madam X. Mohammed said, no man shall be asked why he beat his wife. Add to this Quran 4, chapter 4, verse 34, I think. Beat her. My point is simply, Islamic countries, the women is considered lesser than a man. The only thing she can do is somehow escape from there to the West. I'm an ex-Muslim. If you want more clarifications, I can explain. Okay. Next one is Fiad Movla. All you Muslim watchers, now the time to prove the fairness of Islam in a Sharia country should not be hard or else accept cognitive dissonance. Okay, and Tommy Gunn says, I am a Muslim and I can say that Sharia law is an outdated system. The current systems in place are used by monarchies to their advantage. Let's be honest. If there really was true Sharia for all, they would be deep shit themselves. They use Sharia-like laws to oppress expats, Muslims and non-Muslims, and they make no effort to follow the same law themselves. In any case, we can complain about it all day long, but nothing is going to change because we are talking of a country that when it comes to introducing the voice over IP ban, someone made a petition on change.org to have the ban removed. The government blocked the entire website from access. He's talking about UAE. Okay, anyway, next one. Keith Peter says, you say you're not trying to impress people. Well, you are. Otherwise, you wouldn't decorate your face or make videos. So I wonder what's the problem if I'm trying to impress people. And I don't know, does this impress people? Is this decoration? It's just a tattoo. But anyway, Keith Peters, that's a nice way of looking at it. My question to you, Peters, is, do you have social media? Do you post anything up there? And if you post anything, why are you posting? To educate the world or to also impress? See, the thing is, you guys spend so much time looking at me when you should actually be looking at yourself, your life, and asking, what can I change there? I guess there's nothing interesting in your life, that's why you're looking at mine. Okay, next one. Pashwan. Your face looks like a pussy in tone-up drawers. I'm glad you know how a pussy in tone-up drawers look like because I have no idea what it looks like. Okay, next one. Funding corporates. She's like a kindergarten student. In my country, men like to marry confident, intelligent, educated, and financially independent women. So he is funding corporates is talking about my selection of my wife. Okay, whom they can have long, intelligent talks without a language barrier. After the honeymoon period, it matters. Men do not like to take 100% financial responsibility of their partner for long. Just for cooking, cleaning, housemaids are hired. God bless you. Funding corporates, your name should be changed from funding corporates to marital issues or, talking about men and women. Not all men, subscribe to your style. Not all men want to have long, intelligent talks. I prefer silence. I prefer educating myself. I prefer learning. After I speak to my clients for 1 hour, which they pay me, I just want silence. So maybe you like to talk to your wife and have long conversations. For me, I prefer peace and quiet. And this is not my first rodeo. It's not my first wife. It's my 4th wife. The previous relationship was, I think, 6 years. Perfect. It was really good. But now, move on. Next one, I got this message. Loy, it was sent to me. Loy, I want to build a trading business to earn 30,000 crores. That's around $4 billion. Okay. Oh, 30,000 crores USD. So he wants to earn around $30,000 billion. What should I do? How should I start with? How early should I make this target? How to achieve this one target? How to build a business empire which is best in the world? How do I get there? What will be the road map to achieve this? Will you be my partner in the journey to achieve 30,000 crore dollars? Wow. 30,000 billion dollars. From where these human beings are born, I have no idea. Okay. Next one, I got this young chap who asked me, guys, I'm coming next month to Dubai for an internship or for a company named X. I don't want to mention the name. Any suggestions and ideas would be appreciated. This is my first mentorship. So the advice I gave him is put your head fucking down, be on time, go home last, work the hardest, keep your smartphone at home. Don't assume anyone is your friend. Do not talk to anyone about anything other than work. Be a world-class listener. Even if you feel like talking, shut the fuck up. Ask for more work. If you're free, even clean the kitchen. Always keep working. Work like a dog. Do whatever is necessary to get work done. Work at least 8 to 12 hours a day and have a student mindset and attitude. So that's what I told him. So this is what I received. And one other person told me, see, Loy, Modi is such a great leader. He's seeking blessings from his mother before casting a vote. My response to him was, Modi is taking blessings from his mother. Who took the photograph? So that means you had a professional photographer who stood at one place, making sure the sunlight was enough. You had a cameraman, you had a team, and then Modi executed this action. It was a photograph that was clicked, uploaded on social media and advertised. If you have private moments, you don't show this publicly. You show it publicly because you want to be famous. So I don't remember normal people doing this, but then again, politics, so whatever. Next one is, hi sir, good morning. I'm working in Dubai since 2011, 31 November. Okay. My company name is Al Wafa Star. We've been working from 15 hours, 7 days, 1 week, 30 days a month. The problem is no day and now high salary. It's very poor. Only 600 UAE dirhams. We need please do something for us. Sir, can you send this to Dubai Sheikh? Please, sir, 600 Dubai money without food. How can we eat or send money to our family? How do we pay for mobile bill? Please help it. Please, sir, helping us. My answer to this is you need to get in touch with the Indian consulate, or you need to, approach the Indian consulate, embassy, or consul general. I mean, there's nothing I can do here, and I don't think the Dubai Sheikh is bothered about what people are doing. In fact, you agreed on a contract. You came to the country. Yes, you might have got fooled or conned or cheated, but then it's not just you. Everyone needs to take action. Sitting here, I can only create a video. I can create awareness, but there's nothing else I can do. Okay. So last, if not the least, this was sent to me by, obviously I don't want to give his name. I asked him, what industry do you work for? He said, retail and hospitality. So he works as a store manager. So what he said is, I've been in business, 2017 was an amazing year where we achieved our targets for second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, eventually year target by 2% increase. 2018 started off well until August, where we dropped by 30% on guests and 20% on sales, and it went bad all the way to March 2019. So I asked him, what is your prediction for the coming year? He said, well, strong companies will survive, small businesses will not. No doubt lots of jobs will be lost. Companies will close down. People will work for low salaries regardless because most are helpless. Nowadays, people are smart. They only buy clearance sale and discounts, from the entertainer where you get coupon discounts. And those who have stayed in UAE from long time will save enough money to just go back home. Maximum money and go back home. Will be very tough. But one thing, Loy, as you know, we are so safe and secure in UAE. I mean, theft, killing, or being attacked It does happen in certain areas, but not all. This is a major factor. Some of us still are working there. And end of the day, on a personal note, I've been very successful in my career and lucky. Now, all pressure of not achieving a target plays a major factor of leaving from constant pressure from our line manager and all details being scanned on all your costs. It's all about money. Then I asked him what is his opinion about Expo 2020. Well, to be honest, I came across so many locals in Abu Dhabi who are more nicer and more polite than the locals in Dubai. They don't show much excitement and desire about Expo 2020 as the locals are only concerned about their business situation and as they are not performing. Most of them are pessimistic. If you take into consideration the average spent by a local in a coffee shop in 2017, it was 120 dirhams plus. But nowadays, most of them are spending only 80 to 90 dirhams, so 25% less. Regarding all those facts, there will be lots of job vacancies in Abu Dhabi as the opening of two big malls, Marai Mall and Reem Mall, which are only big. My only concern is how will they survive after Expo 2020. So this is a gentleman who is from Mauritius who has left Dubai permanently and gone. So guys, these were the updates that I wanted to share with you. Like I told you, whatever I do have, I share it with you. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I always very happy to share them. And let me know what you have to say. This is Loy from Machedo.com signing off for now. Take care.